Hi, and thanks for joining us for our class today. So today's class we're going to use the foam roller just to add an extra dimension, an extra challenge to some of our movements. So remember, always work to a level that you feel comfortable with, because most importantly we want you to enjoy the class. Okay, so when you're ready we're going to get started in standing and warm up, and then we're going to come down to continue our class on the mat and use our roller. So if you have it ready at the end of your mat. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. So we're going to have my roller at the end of my mat, and we're going to use that in a minute when we come down onto the mat. We're just going to warm up in standing to begin with. So we're going to bring those toes apart and those heels apart, those feet that hip width distance. Just to start with, we're going to transfer the weight coming onto the front of your toes and then back onto your heels. So just nice and slowly forwards and back. Just looking to find that midpoint between those two movements, so that weight's going nice and evenly down through your feet. Knees are soft, not locked back. Hands up into your pelvis, very gently. We're going to tilt that pelvis forward and then tilting back. So just gently forwards and back from there. Again, finding that midpoint between those two movements, so that pelvis in that nice neutral position. That core is gently engaged, those ribs are soft, collarbones wide, and that neck nice and long and lifted. Great, so we're just going to warm up through our feet with some little toe walking movements. So we're just going to raise one heel and we're going to switch. So we're just stretching those ankles a little bit. Try and keep this pelvis relatively level so you're not feeling like your weight's switching either side. So we're keeping that nice and even. As we're stretching onto those toes, raising the heel. Good. Walking through, just moving the ankle, lifting the heel. Good. So just a little movement, stretching that big toe a little bit as well. Just getting those feet and legs moving. Well done. Moving through. Lovely. So one more each side. And then together we're going to lower those heels, then we're going to lift them up together with a heel raise and then drop down. Good. And again, lifting up and lowering down. Very good. Lift up through those feet and lowering. Lovely. Good. One more. Lifting up and lowering. Good. Now we're going to lower down into a little squat now. So imagine you've got that chair behind you. You're going to stick that bottom out behind you and then lifting up. Good. So sitting down back into that squat. Knees going over those toes, staying in that hip width distance apart as you drop down and lift up. Good, well done. Dropping down and lifting up. Well done. Good. Now on this next one, we're going to add those heel raises in again. So we're going to drop down. As we come up, we're going to up onto our toes, raise the arms. Good. Drop down. As you come up, lifting up. Good. Drop down, lift up, raising up together. Lovely. Drop down, lifting up on those toes. Good, just combining those movements. Perfect, and down. Drop down, lift up, raising up. Good, last few here. Drop down, lift up, raising up. Drop down, lift up, raising up. Lovely, one more time. Drop down, lift up, raising up. Well done, good. Okay, so we're going to bring those feet a little bit wider apart. And we're going to go into our side plie. So feet just widen those hips, feet turned out that 45 degrees a little bit there as well. And we're going to drop down. From here, we're going to reach over to one side, lengthen through that side, and then come right down. Keep there if you can, reaching over. Lengthen through the side, and back. Good, and again each side. Reaching over, and back, good. Breathing out, reaching over, lengthen through that side, and back, and then we're going to slowly lift back up. Very good. Okay, so we're going to drop down again. So dropping down into that side plie, holding this position, we're going to bring our arms forward. I'm going to do a little bow and arrow stretch here. So moving forward, alternating sides and back. Breathing out and in. Breathing out and in. One more each side. Opening out and back. Reaching around and back. And then lifting back up from there. Very good. Okay, so let's bring those feet back to that hip width distance apart here. And we do a few roll downs just to get our backs moving. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to tuck that chin down, just curling slowly, rolling down towards the floor. Just as far as you're comfortable. Take a breath in at your end point. Then as you breathe out, slowly restacking, coming back up into standing. Lovely. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, curling slowly, rolling through that spine. Breath in at the end here. Then as you breathe out, gently restacking back up into standing. Good. I'm going to come to the end of my mat. In a minute, we're going to roll down onto our mat. So we'll take a breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down again, rolling those hands just slowly down, just as far as you feel comfortable. Go to your end point. Take a breath at the end there. Then as you breathe out, slowly coming back up. Good, we'll do last one here. We're going to come on down into the mat. So breath in. As you breathe out, tuck that chin down, rolling down again. Just slowly going to your end point. Take a breath in here. As you breathe out, sink down that little bit further. Breath in and out. Soften those knees. We're going to walk onto our hands here into this downward dog position, and we're going to stretch out through our calves slightly. So we're just going to drop one heel down and then the opposite heel. So we're just stretching through those calves a little bit here as we drop down the heel each side. Good. Dropping down, sinking each side down. Well done. Just walking through those feet a little bit more again. Good. Let's do one more each side. And then both together, sinking down, back up, both together, sinking down. Well done. Then we're going to lower those knees down onto the mat. And we're going to continue the class here with our roller. We're going to use under our hands in a second. Okay, so we're going to continue the class here in this position, and we're going to have the roller underneath my hands. So I'm going to have those hands underneath those shoulders, just on top of the roller there. Knees are underneath those hips, and we're going to just start with a gentle cat stretch just to get our spines moving a little bit more. So we're just going to arch that back up, tuck that head under, and then drop down, look forwards. So my hands just resting on that roller. Just challenging it a little bit because that's a little bit of an unstable surface for our hands to be on. But we're just gently mobilising, dropping down, arching up. Good, so just extending and flexing through that spine. Well done. Good. Just do one more here. Drop down, coming back to that centre. Well done. So we're going to stretch our spines a little bit more, and I want you to pop your forearm just down onto the roller from here. And then from here, we're just going to slide forward. So we're going to bring our hands forward, and you'll just feel that back just extending slightly here. And then we're going to roll that back. So as we bring the roller forward, you might just allow that upper back just to extend gently there. And then coming back. So it's not a huge movement. We're just gently coming forwards, allowing that back to extend, and then slowly bringing the roller back. And again, rolling forwards, just allowing that back to extend gently there. And then coming back to that start. Good. Rolling the forearms on that roller, bringing it back. So we just feel that very subtle, just drop into that extension in that upper back, and then coming back. Lovely. We just do the last few here. Rolling forwards, dropping into extension, coming back to that start. One more time. Good. And then coming back. Brilliant. And we're going to bring those hands back on the roller, and I'm going to roll that forwards again, and let's drop down into that child pose. Have a nice stretch of that upper body again. So breath in and out. Just sinking down, hands onto that roller, allowing that back just to extend gently there again. Breath in and out. Just allowing that extension. Well done. One more time. Breath in and out. Relaxing down. Well done. Very good. So I'm going to bring this roller down. I'm going to pop it underneath my shins this time. So I'm just going to place that roller onto my shins there. Hands onto the mat here. Elbows soft. So we're going to just get a bit of a rolling action through those shins. And we're going to bring the roller up in towards your chest. And then we're going to slide back, extending the legs again. So bringing that knees in towards your chest, and then sliding back. So really working those tummy muscles here as you're bringing that roller in and sliding back. Getting a nice roller massage over those shins as well as we're doing this movement. So bringing the legs in and then lengthening away. Good. Keeping those elbows soft. Bringing in, rolling back. Well done. And again, bringing those knees in, extending away. Good. Bringing the knees in, folding away. Last few here. Rolling in, extending that back away. Good. Bringing those knees in, folding back. Good. Last three. So 3. Good. 2, and 1. Very good. And then bring those knees down and come round. Very good. Okay, so we're going to come round onto our backs from here. And we're going to use the roller underneath our feet to begin with. So we're going to come down onto our backs. Just going to place the roller just underneath my feet here. Still keeping my feet that hip width distance apart, okay? So just like we normally do. Just tilt that pelvis forwards and back. Make sure we're looking for that nice midpoint between those two movements. That pelvis in that nice neutral position from here. Arms relaxed down by your side. Okay, so we're going to start by going up into a bridge. So having that roller onto my feet, just challenging that balance a little bit more. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to lift up into that bridge. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, slowly walking that spine back down onto the mat. Good, and again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up into that bridge. Breath in here. Then as you breathe out, slowly walking the spine back down onto the mat. Well done. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up into that bridge. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, just slowly walking that spine gently back down onto the mat. Well done. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, walking slowly that spine back down onto the mat. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up. Breath in here. And as you breathe out, gently walking that spine back down onto the mat. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, tucking that pelvis under, lifting up into that bridge. Breath in here. Then as you breathe out, walking slowly back down onto the mat. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up. Up into that bridge. Breath in here. As you breathe out, slowly walking back down onto the mat. Okay, so on this next one, we're going to lift up into that bridge, holding this position. With my left leg, I'm going to lift up into this scissors leg and then lower back down. So I'm going to lift up and lowering, keeping that pelvis level as you lift up and lower. So we can do 5 more. So we go 5. Good. 4. 3. 2. Good. And 1. And then just slowly lowering back down onto the mat. Very good. So we do the same on the right leg. So we're going to lift up into that bridge, holding this position, keeping that pelvis level. We're going to lift that right leg into that scissors leg, tapping down, lifting up, tapping down, keeping that bottom lifted. Good. We're going to do 5 more. So we go 5, 4, 3, 2, well done, and 1. Breath in. As you breathe out, slowly lowering back down onto the mat. Well done. Okay, so sticking with those feet onto the roller there, just going to bring my hands behind my head, keeping my feet down. I'm just going to come up into some abdo prep here. So take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to lift that head, just coming up into that abdo prep position and then lowering back down. Good. And again, breath in. As you breathe out, lifting up and lowering down. Good. And again, lifting up and then lowering down. Very good. And again, lift up and lower down. One more time. Good. And then lowering back down. Excellent. Okay, so on this next one, we're going to lift one leg into tabletop from here. As I come up into the abdo prep again, I want you to extend that opposite leg away. Good. And then we're going to roll back, lower the head. We're going to stay with the same leg. So we're going to reach away and fold back. Lifting that head at the same time and rolling back. Good. Reaching away and folding back. Good. Reaching away and fold back. Good. So breathing out as you lift up, lengthening. Breathe in to come back. Breathing out. Breathe in to come back. Well done. One more time. Breathe out. Breathe in to fold back. Well done. Lower that leg down. Opposite leg lifted this time. Keeping that core engaged. We're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, lengthen the leg, lift into abdo prep. Folding back. Good. And again, breathing out, lengthening away. Breathing in as you fold back. Well done. Breathing out as you lengthen. breathe in to fold back. Well done. Breathe out as you lengthen. Breathe in to fold back. Good. Breathing out and folding back. Just a few more here. Well done. Breathing out as you lengthen. Breathing in as you fold back. Good. Breathing out as you lengthen. Breathing in as you fold back. Well done. And we do one more time. Breathing out. And then coming back. Well done. Lowering those legs back down onto that stretch. Okay, so we're just going to stretch out through our hamstrings from here. So we're going to lengthen one leg away. At the same time, I'm going to stretch this opposite leg. So just lengthening up towards the ceiling here, holding this stretch. Just have a nice stretch through the back of the leg there. Well done. Lengthening that opposite leg away. Just feel that stretch through the front of your hip there as we're lengthening that opposite leg. Well done. Good. And then let's just point and flex through the ankle here. Well done. Good. And then just holding that stretch again, toes pointing up to the ceiling. Well done. Stretching out through the back of the leg. Well done. Very good. And then lowering that leg down, bringing the other leg back up. Same again, we're going to reach the opposite leg away. This leg we're going to stretch up towards the ceiling. Have a nice stretch through the back of the leg there, holding this stretch. Toes pointing up to the ceiling, lengthening through the back of the leg there. Good, and then if you can, we're going to point and flex through the ankle. Just have a nice little stretch there, well done. Breathing in and out. So we're just stretching through. Well done. And then just pointing those toes up to the ceiling again, lengthening through. Lovely. One more breath in and out. And then we're going to fold that leg back up, bring the leg back down. Good. Okay, so we're going to work our hips a little bit more with our hip twist movement here. So we're going to add some arm movements as well, just a little extra challenge. So we're going to float our hands up towards the ceiling. I'm going to bring one leg up into tabletop position here, keeping the other leg just on that roller. We're going to open opposite arm, opposite leg, and we're going to fold them back together. Good. So we're going to stay here with the same leg. So we're going to opening out and then folding back. So breathing out as you're opening out, breathing in as you're folding back. Making sure we're keeping that pelvis nice and level as we're opening out and then folding back. Good. So opening out from here and then folding back. Lovely. So that pelvis is staying level. Imagine those hip bones, those headlights pointing up to the ceiling. If you're feeling too much rolling or rotating through that pelvis, just make that movement with the leg that little bit smaller. So that opposite leg has got a little bit of an unstable surface to balance on, so it challenges it that little bit more. So you might find that leg goes a little bit of a shorter distance than you would normally if you weren't using the roller, and that's fine. Opening out and folding back. One more time. Open out and fold back. Very good. Lower that leg down. Opposite leg lifted into that tabletop. And we're going to open at the same time the opposite arm and then fold back. Good. So opening out. Keeping that pelvis level as we're opening out and folding back. So breathing out as you open out. Breathe in as you fold back. Breathe out as you open out. Breathe in as you fold back. Breathing out. Breathing in. Nice and controlled. Breathing out. Breathe in as you fold back. Breathing out. Good. Keeping those hip bones nice and level. Well done. And again, opening out, folding back. Very good. Last few. Opening out, folding back. And again, opening out, fold back. One more time. Opening out. And folding back. Very good. Relax those arms and that leg back down. Good. So you can either keep your feet on the roller or come off the roller. Arms down by your side or out to the side of you. We're just going to have a nice stretch into that rotation, dropping those knees over to one side. Use those toe muscles coming back up and then dropping that knee over to the opposite side. So we can have our feet on or off the roller for this. It's up to you. Drop those knees over, opening out. Just use those toe muscles to come back up and then over to that opposite side. So we're just rotating through that upper body and that lower spine as well. Just that nice stretch to do drop the knees over, opening out, coming back up and over from there. Lovely. Good. Drop the knees over, opening out, coming back up. Well done. A few more here. Drop those knees over. Just enjoying that stretch, having a nice stretch out. Well done. And back up. And dropping those knees over. Well done. One more each side. Drop the knees over. Good. Coming back up and over to that opposite side. Lovely. And then bring those knees back to that centre, those arms back down by your side. Very good. Okay, so we're going to just come round back up into sitting from here. So just into sitting. Weight going nice and evenly through those sitting bones, either legs crossed or legs out in front. We're just going to stretch out through our upper body. So we're just going to have our arms a little bit wider than those shoulders. We're going to lift up and then lower from here. Good. And again, reaching those arms up, opening wide, and then lower back down. Good. And again, reaching up and then lowering back down. Good. This time we're going to reach up, bring those arms nice and wide, and then back to the start. Good. And again, opening up, bring those arms wide, back to the start. Reach up, open those arms wide, and then back. Good. And again, reach up, opening the arms wide, and back. Beautiful. Lovely. One more time. Reaching up, opening wide, and then back to the start. Well done. Relax those shoulders from there. We're just going to drop down into a little mermaid stretch. So we're going to drop down with one hand, reach over that opposite arm, lengthen through that side. Good. And then coming back up and over. Opposite arm reaching over. Breath in here. As you breathe out, back up and over. Good. One more each side. Breathing out. Lovely. Last time. Reach over, lengthen through that side, and then back up and over. Well done. Fantastic. Well done. I hope you've enjoyed using the foam roller today and enjoyed the class, and hopefully see you again soon.